5, vacation back to the Beltway in August for House lawmakers. It's a ghost town right now, but not for long. The House already kicked off a 6-week recess, but the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, calling them all back for a critical vote on a massive jobs bill, $26 billion worth. Brand new hour here. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. Martha's working a bit later today for Megan. Nice to see you, Julia.
We just scrambled things around today.
That's right.
Martha's in for Megan, I'm in for Martha, but it all works out in the end.
Feels like August.
Yes, it does. $26 billion in state aid aimed at preventing more than 140,000 layoffs, expected to pass in the Senate today.
And Shannon Bream is on that story live in D.C. What are lawmakers saying about the scramble back to Washington? They must be everywhere, not just in this country, but maybe some of them overseas also.
Yeah, Bill, you're right, around the world. Now, technically, this bill still has to make it through the Senate. We expect that vote in the next couple of hours. But then that triggers the House. Yeah, they got to get back here. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has called them back for a vote we believe will take place next Tuesday here on the House side. Now, Reid and Pelosi both saying that this is a huge benefit to firefighters and teachers and thousands of people who would have lost their jobs. Of course, most Republicans fought back, saying this is another unfunded situation that they're worried about. But the members who are complaining the most that we're hearing from, Democrats who are out there in tough re-election battles. Many of them are using the August recess to hold town halls, to have campaign events. Some of them not so happy about being dragged back here to Washington when they're in the fight of their lives to try to preserve their seats come November, Bill.
Shannon, what are Republicans are saying they're going to fight back on this? So
they are.
I mean, what is their strategy come early next week?
Well, first of all, we got reaction right away when we heard that the House was going to come back from the top Republicans. First of all, Senator Mitch McConnell, the top Republican on the Senate side, he says, quote, it's a last-minute effort by Democrats to funnel more money to the public employees unions before an election. And the top Republican in the House, John Boehner, says Democrats should be listening to their constituents who are asking where are the jobs, instead of scampering back to Washington to push through more special interest bailouts and job-killing tax hikes. So they're certainly going to make hay of this and why it's not going to work. Now, we also understand, since they're all going to be back here next week, the House members, Representative Tom Price, a Republican out of Georgia, says, hey, if you're making us come back, I'm offering up a resolution. It looks like you'll get a chance to force a vote on it. It would ask Democrats to commit to not having a lame duck session after the November elections. What that would mean is after the elections, some of those people have lost their seats, asking Democrats not to jam through big legislation, things dealing with energy or unions or education or any kind of major policy decisions before the new members are sworn in January. He's going to ask them to take a vote. They're going to have to go on the record.
All right,
Bill?
Shannon, we will see it from here. Thanks, Shannon Bream on the Hill.